El Primos. The Mansfield ISD Coaches Corner Show. And my apologies, just got off a flight, ran straight here. Well, not straight here, took a shower, brushed my teeth, all that good stuff. Had to go out to Virginia this weekend and watch my daughter play volleyball. They did real well, she represented real well, and they beat a team that hadn't lost the conference game in 2 years, so I'm real proud of that. Anyway, what we're here for is the football show. And we're getting close to the end. I didn't realize we were this close to the end.
Well, for us, we haven't had an off week, so this is our 10th game.
I understand.
Man, it's crazy.
And I was looking at that, and I saw that you guys hadn't had an off game, so your off game is the last game, which is, if you look at it now, you're probably happy because you get that extra week. Guys can get healthy before playoff time.
I mean, we still got a little work to do, but there's a good possibility, a good opportunity for us, no doubt.
And it's always a tough week for me for when the two Mansfield schools are, as I call it, crosstown rivals or backdoor rivals.
Yep.
You guys, I'm gonna call it crosstown because you're not that close like some of the Timberview stuff like the Mansfield and all that. So let's talk first, Coach. Let's jump into last week.
Yep.
Last week we had Crowley.
Yep, we were at Crowley.
And like I said, I was out of town, so I got out, max prep. Just correct me when I'm wrong on my stats, okay?
No, it was good.
Okay, it's was it a 35-6 loss?
30-6.
30-6 loss to Crowley.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that game, Coach.
Well, I mean, it was the first half really went how we thought it was going to go. It was a close game. Our defense really came on and played. We missed 2 field goals. We did score, missed the extra point. We had our holder got hurt, and you could tell that made a difference. It wasn't the difference in the game, obviously, but it did make a difference in some of our kicking. And so we go in at halftime down 14-6. We're getting the ball. Feel good about it. We drive down, miss another field goal. And then some things. We had a punt, hit our legs, a punt returner dropped it. I mean, it just sort of snowballed out of control. And that happens sometimes in football.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It's kind of hard to stop it.
Yeah, once it gets going, it's hard to reel it back in.
You can't stop it with bad plays. We got to have something real positive. Got to get a takeaway.
Yep.
Got to get a turnover.
And Crowley's a good team, and they're 5-0.
Yes,
they've not lost in district. They get an off week, and then they get North Crowley, and they're going to play for the district championship.
Okay. So going into the game, our game plan was to do what to them?
Well, we thought we could control the ball offensively with our run game, which I thought we did a fairly good job. Try to keep them off the field. They're very explosive. And I thought for the first half we did a good job of that. We didn't turn it over. We had some mistakes in the kicking game, but I thought our defense played well. And I thought first half we did pretty much what we wanted to do.
Okay, so it was
going in the direction we wanted. Yes.
Right.
And then a couple of bad things happened in the second half, and like we said, it just sort of went from there.
Okay. So now you have who this week?
We got Lake Ridge.
You got Lake Ridge. That's that crosstown rivalry I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
It's always tough on me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's tough on all of us.
I'm glad. Oh, my gosh. Yes. Got Lake Ridge this week. So when we come back, we're going to have your special player guest come up
you bet.
and join us.
Yep, let's do it.
Talk to him a little bit. How
yes,
about
sir.
That?
Sounds good.
All right, we'll be right back.
El Primo started 10 years ago, and it started with a concept of a small-knit community, and we wanted to be able to provide a spot where our friends and our family could come and socialize, commemorate, celebrate.
Community at El Primo's means absolutely everything. If we look back on 2020 during the COVID year, El Primo's was here to feed the local community. We were able to give back to our community a little bit. So they're the reason that we're here, and so that's really, kind of the base of it. You can find El Primo's online at elprimos.net. You can also find us on social media, on Facebook at El Primo's Mansfield, and then on Instagram at El Primo's Mansfield.
Why the name El Primos? Well, Primo played on 2 words as being best, being first, being number one, and then also being cousins or being family. When people ask, where do the locals go? It's El Primo.
back. Here we are, El Primos. So, Coach, just tell us a little bit about who we have on the stage with us.
Yep, this is David Dalton. He's our starting center. He's also a captain. He also mentors, and we can talk about that. But basically what he does with that, he goes to elementary school and helps out with another young person, and they try to pair him up, and he does a great job with that. He's always in demand for that kind of stuff. But David's 2.5 year starter. We brought him up halfway through his sophomore year, and he's the leader of our offensive line. There's no doubt about it. Everything goes through him, and he does a great job for us.
Okay. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Glad to be here.
Yes, sir.
I like it when I see linemen up here sometimes. 'Cause, the skilled guys get all the glitz and
That's
glamour.
right.
Oh, yeah.
But without you guys making room for them to run or time for the passer to pass,
Yes, sir.
wouldn't have a way, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so feel welcomed up here.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, Coach, we got Lake Ridge this week. I say it's always tough because usually the coaches are friends. The two coaches are in the building.
Right.
And I always have to ask the question without giving up too much information. What's the game plan?
Well, you're right. I mean, I've known Kirk for a long time. And when he moved up, I took over for him in Mansfield. And, he's the culture of Mansfield came to sort of, improve just a little bit, but and so we've been friends for a long time. And so when you play a friend,
it's tough.
It's hard. And but I know what kind of person Kirk is. He's a good man. I remember his sons played for him. That was fun to watch. That kind of stuff. But Lake Ridge is very athletic. They've got great skill guys. Their line is probably one of the biggest in the district, offensive line wise. So they present some unique problems for us because how big they are and how good how they move, and it'll be interesting.
Because when I was coaching, me and one of my friends, we had to break off the games because of neither one of us ever felt good after the game, whether we won or lost.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of tough, but when you're in the same district, it's can't avoid that. Can't avoid that one. All right, so give us some of the details of when the game is, what time,
Sure.
all that good stuff.
Yeah, you bet. It's this Friday night, 7:00 at Newsom. Legacy is the visitors.
Okay,
Lake Ridge is the home team.
Okay.
And so, but when you're at that stadium, it doesn't really matter. The locker rooms are all the same, and coaches' offices are the same. So it's it's just whether you're wearing a dark color or a white color. Right. And so we're looking forward to going over there. It's unbelievable. It's his 10th game of the year. We haven't had an open week, and so it's like we talked about earlier. It's we've played 11 straight weeks. Count the scrimmage, and so it's crazy that I felt like we just started, and now we're talking about it's the last game of the year.
Right. So, how excited are you about this?
I'm very excited. I'm ready to go out there. I'm ready to go play. It's going to be a great game.
Okay. Talk a little bit about it.
Yeah.
You use your center.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you use center. Okay. We can throw out the records, right, on this game.
Yes, sir.
No matter what your district record is, what his district record is, this game is going to be competitive.
That's right.
All the way from the time the first person get out there and do whatever they do to the field and everything to you guys.
Yep.
Unbuckle those shin straps and,
That's right.
and go home.
That's right.
All right. But when we come back, we're going to talk to this man right here, the man that gets everything started. He's the center in a few minutes. Passion is a powerful feeling of enthusiasm. The different things going on in sports. Anything popping in the DFW. Comes on every Monday night, 7 p.m.
Let me hear you say 1, 2, 3, 4.
This is Hello Mansfield.
Getting close to the postseason time, but first name again?
David.
All right, we're back with David. This is David's segment. We're going to give David the opportunity to let everybody know who he is and what he does and behind the scenes stuff, who his girlfriend. No, not your girlfriend. No. But last week's game didn't turn out the way you guys wanted it to.
No, sir.
But you still had to perform each and every play.
Yeah.
So in your mind, how well do you think you played, or what is some things you wish you could take back and do over?
You know, I think I went out there. I think I knew my assignment. You know, we practiced that whole week. I knew the game plan, and I think I went out there and I made that happen. I tried to, keep everyone on the same page, make my calls. You know, if something changed, I let them know what changed, and I went out there and I did that, and I feel like I did really well at that.
Yeah, Coach mentioned the fact that you're a mentor and leader, so you pretty much do that with the whole line or just the whole team?
Yes, sir. I try to lead everybody. I want to be a leader for the whole team, but I really lead the O-line the most.
Okay, they follow you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So, when did you start playing football?
I started playing football back when I was 8 or 9. My mom was like, "What do you want to do?" And she's like, "There's Pee Wee football." I was like, "Let's do it."
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is always a curious question for me. When you first started, do you still play the same position you played when you first started, or something similar to that position now?
Yes, I've always played O-line.
You've been a big guy.
Yeah.
So the first thing they do with the big guys is put them down on the line.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So in Pee Wee, I played both sides. I was on defense and I was on offense.
Okay.
And then when you get older, you start playing something a little more. And then, as soon as I got to high school, I was just straight offense.
Did you like it more than you did the defense?
Yeah, I always loved that. I could make things happen, move people, and then go and score and see it on the scoreboard.
Okay. And I asked that question kind of selfishly too, because like I told Coach I used to be a quarterback, but I want to run the ball.
Yeah.
So I changed my position. And then the quarterback got hurt.
Yeah.
So I had to go back to quarterback.
Yeah.
So it didn't work out for me. All right. If I was turning the TV on and I was watching a college football game, a professional football game, whichever, tell me a player that could be playing that would remind me of you.
I think I had what would remind you is Jason Kelsey.
Jason Kelsey. Okay. And what about Jason? Is
he's
humor?
He's not a real tall guy. He's not tall like you see everybody is in the league, and I don't think I'm not that tall either. But I can still go out and compete.
You move some people, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Can you make a Buffalo Wild Wing commercial?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You do have a brother, right?
No, I don't have a brother.
Oh, you don't have a brother. Well, I'm your brother.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I asked this question to guys, just kind of pick the brain on this. Football season ended last year. You were a junior, right? You're a senior, right?
Yes, sir.
So football season ends. We got to get ready for next year. Tell us about some of the things you did to make yourself a better player, to make him a better coach.
I knew I was going to have to step up and become a leader because the senior center, Jonah, he was leaving. And I knew I was going to have to fill his shoes. I knew I was going to have to go in there and start leading the younger guys coming up to, get a new legacy started. Keep it going and just motivate the whole team.
So Coach had a plan, I know, for the spring and summer for you guys. Did you do anything beyond that? Like, did you go get a trainer? Was there one specific thing you wanted to get better at? Did you want to get stronger so you increase your weights, spend more time with the weights?
Yes, sir. I went with my friend probably every day in the summer, every night, midnight, we went to the gym, Metroflex.
Okay. You guys walk in, they the regulars.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they knew who you guys were. So are you pretty pleased with where you are right now for the work that you put in?
I mean, I'm never comfortable. I always want to, improve and be better.
Okay.
But I'm glad about the work I did in the summer to be where I am now.
Coach, anything else you'd like to say about this young man before we close this segment out?
His junior year, he started at guard.
Okay.
Center. and that's where he came into play, and he's just taken it and run with it and done exactly what we wanted him to do, and that's be the leader of the offensive line, lead, make all the calls, be the smart one up there, and if we've had to change somebody, and he does a great job of making sure they know where they're going and stuff like that, and because he's the coach on the field. We got coaches in practice and we got coaches on the sideline, but right in the middle of it, man, he's the coach on the field. And when the referees say, who do you want us to talk to on the offensive side, I always say the center. Always talk to David.
Because some people might shy away from that responsibility. Do you embrace that responsibility?
Oh, yeah. I want to be the person to talk to, the person to come to when they need it.
You want to be that dude?
Yes, sir.
All right, as you heard, he said he wants to be that dude. Coach, once again, give us the details on that game.
Yeah, it's Friday night, 7 o'clock at Newsom. Lake Ridge is the home team. We're the visitors. Let's go out there and have some fun.
Let's go have some fun. This Friday night, see you back here. We'll see you over there Friday night.
Yes, sir.
We'll be back here in just a second when we bring up Timberview's head coach, Coach DeSanto.
There you go.
BCB's located in Mansfield, Texas. Started with a vision back about 11 years ago. Came to conclusion one day that it was time to start a trucking company. Everybody in this company really does care about one another. Trucking is the backbone of this country. But what we do is absolutely paramount to the success of this country's survival.
My name is Troy Dorsey. We offer martial arts and karate training and fitness kickboxing training. Our karate program is for men, women, and children of all ages. From 4.5, we even have a student that's 91 years old. Also, we teach fitness kickboxing. It's a 1-hour non-contact class of punching and kicking a bag, because hitting a bag is like weightlifting to help strengthen and tone your muscles. Give us a call at 817-477-5523. Come in and see us today and start your martial arts experience with us now.
And we're back. Where are we? 2300 Matlock Road, where the locals go, right? And the Mansfield High School, or the Mansfield ISD Coach's Corner show is also here every Monday night, 6:30. Coach, I got to start with this with you because it seems like I haven't seen you in a while because we don't do it every week with every coach.
That's right.
And so it's been a couple of weeks, and then when I doubled back on trying to get my stats and everything in order, you played 2 games since the last time, if I'm right.
Yes, sir.
2 games.
2 games. Yes,
so we're
sir.
going to cover both of those games first.
Right.
With the first one being, I think you beat Burleson 14.
Actually, I think it was 3 games.
Is it 3 games?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, I thought I got
did we talk after Summit?
Yes, sir.
We did?
We talked after Summit and we talked after Argyle, I guess. Was it?
No, we talked after Seguin.
Seguin, that's what it was.
That's
Seguin.
right. And before Seguin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, because we were talking about the big
That's
numbers
right.
we've been putting
That's
up.
right.
All right, so tell me about this Burleson game. I think it was a 14-10 win.
Yeah, so we jumped out early and 14-0, and then we kind of milled around. I don't know if it was that we took some things for granted. We went stagnant on offense. Defense did a great job though, keeping us in the game. Some great late stops. So we lost the week before to Summit by 1 point. We lost 21-20.
Yes.
And you know how you never want a team to beat you twice. You could see and feel a little bit of the hangover. So it was one of those games where, it was a trap game for us, and we kind of let it get to us a little bit, but it was a point in the season where I think, you look for stuff, and that was a win where our defense had to just fight and claw to bail us out and keep us in things and get a hold-on win, and so that game was huge because it kind of re-energized the fact that we are great on defense and we can match up and do anything with anybody.
It's always good when you can win it, regardless of what the score is.
That's right. Absolutely.
Does a lot for your confidence.
Because I tell you what, it gave us it gave us a little life because we were down a little bit after that 1 point loss from Summit.
Okay. And so this past week we played Grapevine.
Yes, sir.
put them double nickels up again.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Averaging
sir.
55 all.
No. We're, I tell you what, like I think we talked before. We lost our starting quarterback week 1, and it's been an up and down ride. Going through that, figuring out our identity. But it does feel like we're starting to put things together. Peaking at the right time of the season, so to speak. We were able to mix the run and the pass a lot better this week. Not just lean on the running game, just kind of let our young quarterback open things up a little bit and get a little confidence. And we're going to need, because we know we're going to need that moving forward throughout the rest of the season.
Not being there for the game and seeing 55 points, you scoring all phases of the game?
We did not score on special teams, but we had some key special team moments where we got the ball back. A couple onside kicks, some pooches where, we've been trying to do some different things on special teams to create good field position because we have been struggling a little bit offensively this year. So trying some different stuff with 2 kickers, surprise onsides. Then we get people playing up tight and we not drop in some pooches and into no man's land, and we were able to get a couple like that as well. So created some short fields for us that really helped us put our offense in a good field position. But we went 47 or 48 yards on the very first play of the game. We hit a little in route to Tyler Madison, the young man I had on first a couple weeks back, and he took it right away, just banged him right over the middle, and it was stuff like that. We were clicking a little bit better this week.
In halftime, wasn't it something like 34-3 or something?
Yes, sir. We were up pretty good at half.
Halftime felt pretty
yes, sir.
good.
And it was senior night, and those guys, we talked about enjoying the moment, because there was a lot of last, a lot of last moments at Newsom, a lot of last times with those guys playing together as a group, a lot of last times for those seniors to be on their home field. So just a lot of special memories.
So we were stockpiling our memories, huh?
Yes, sir.
That memory book got
Yes,
full.
sir. Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, did Grapevine do anything different?
I tell you what.
Let me go back to another question.
Yes, sir.
You said you did a lot of new things with the pooch kicks and stuff
Yes, sir.
like that. Were you pleased with the fact that maybe a short week of working on it, you executed it well?
Oh, yeah. And they're not necessarily new in the sense, but we've been working on them. We showed them here and there, but we really tried to make point and emphasis. Because sometimes, a lot of times in coaching, you want to put things on film. You want to make people work on things, for the future, and it takes time away from other things that they may need to be focusing on, and they always got it in the back of their mind that, hey, these guys can do this and do that. Makes them play a little slow at times. So it was really good, well executed all the way around. Gave us opportunities throughout that game, but also is going to make our future opponents think about stuff.
Now that leads me to the question of, did they do anything surprising?
Well, for them, they were a triple option team, and I jokingly said to our defensive coordinator and staff, we're spending all this time hammering the option because the triple option makes you worried. You gotta take the dive, you got to take the quarterback, you got to take the pitch, assignment perfect football, And so we really honed in on that hard defensively this week, and I jokingly said, what if these guys come out and they don't hardly do any triple option? And sure enough, they ran a little bit of it, but it wasn't as much as we'd seen on film. I don't know if they felt like our speed was going to just dominate that, but they had to do some things where they were able to kind of throw the ball a little bit, get themselves open, more traditional type runs and just try to trick us with what we thought was going to be triple, but they weren't able to execute it.
You guys were ready.
Yeah.
Well, when we come back, we're going to have our second segment where we talk a little bit about this upcoming opponent, because for Coach, I think this is you got one more district game, right?
Yeah.
That's it. We're going to talk about that when we come back. we're back. Coach, tell us a little bit about who this young man is and what he does for you.
Well, this is our safety, Nate Tillman. He's a Utah commit.
Okay.
He's been playing safety for us for the last 3 years. He started as a sophomore. Just an impactful player all the way around, not only on defense but on special teams as well. Leading tackler on our team, captain, just a great young man.
Okay. And Utah's in the Big 12 now?
Yes, sir.
So you'll be coming back.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you got to make several trips back here.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay. I'm going to remember that name. Remember who brought you on the stage first?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I got you.
All right. So, Coach, tell us a little bit about this week's game. Who we playing and what are our concerns?
The Colony. We're playing the Colony at the Colony. We got to go on the road. It's going to be their senior night. It's their last home game of the season. You know, them laying everything out there on the line. They're a scary animal because they, going into this whole thing, I thought they were going to be one of the teams that would kind of be jockeying for position to get in and everything. It's kind of weird. We've got to follow them, so we've got to see them on film almost the entire district schedule, and they've almost fallen apart. They've got great talent on both sides of the football. Their offensive line is big, running back solid. Quarterback was one of the few quarterbacks in our district that was back from last year. Defensively, they got playmakers at the linebacker level. They're concerned because they don't look like they're ready to play, but they have the ability to do it. I've watched them live against Summit, and it's like they didn't want to be there. But you know how it is when it's the last home game of the season, they're playing for something, they're going to go all out. We can't take anything for granted.
Right. Because I was looking at their district record. Let me see what I got down here for them. I think they're 4-4 overall,
Yes,
2-4 in district,
Yes, sir.
and in 7th place right now.
Yes, sir.
It's an 8-team district, right?
9.
9-team district.
Yes, sir.
So in 7th place right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But I'm going to bounce back to you, Coach. I meant to mention this in the other segment. You won 4 out of the last 5.
Yes, sir.
4 out of the last 5,
Yes, sir.
4 out of the last 6. We're going to say 4 out of the last 5.
Yeah,
That's
right.
Pretty
right,
good time
right.
to get hot, right?
Yes, sir. We're peaking at the right time, and we're in control of our own destiny. Even though we dropped a game we felt like we shouldn't have against Summit, and it was a tough, like I mentioned before, tough loss, kind of a little bit of a hangover. 1-point loss to a rival, all those things. But things happen for a reason, and that's what we preach to these guys. The learning experience, the ups and downs throughout a tough season. Want to peak when it matters most, and going in the playoffs is what matters most. And we're still in control of our own destiny. We win, we're in, and that's
Okay.
and that's what matters, right?
And you should be the one controlling your own stuff, right?
Correct, absolutely.
Okay. So we win, we in. I'm just going to go on speaking
Yes, sir.
into existence, okay?
Yes, sir.
We winning and we in. So let me go back to a couple of my notes here I got on the Colony. I guess they've beaten Everman and Grapevine, maybe?
Correct.
Those are all 2 wins they have in
Correct.
district play?
Correct.
Which are teams that you've also beaten.
Correct. Absolutely.
Okay. What's the game plan, Coach?
Offensively, we feel like if we can control some of the funky stuff that they do up front, they're a 3 down front with 4 linebackers, and they like to junk things up by creating different looks, overloading certain sides, things of that nature to try to just cause havoc and confusion. If we can feel like we can formation them to get the looks we want, and then also create some quick throws and opportunities because they give up small holes in behind some of that stuff. And then defensively, their quarterback, it blows my mind, but for some reason they have gradually gravitated away from their power run game with their running back and made their quarterback kind of more their focal point in their run game. He's a big, strong kid. He's built like a block, and runs the ball well. He's not fast. He's just physical, right? And I don't know why they got, because I really felt like early in the season their running back had something, you know. But if we can stop their power run game and be able to keep our not let they try to rub you off and do different things, trick you in the passing game, not let that stuff get our eyes dirty and get caught, I think we'll be fine.
All right, well, when we come back, we're going to talk to Nate, find a little bit more out about him and what his plans are.
Hi, I'm Riley Self. I'm one of the dispatchers at BCB Transport. BCB has been a very big part of my life. I've known about BCB and somewhat been a part of BCB since about 3rd grade when Rick and Brian came to Career Day at Roberta Tips and taught all of us what BCB is, what it stands for. I definitely see myself being with BCB for a long time, and I can't wait to see what more I accomplish there.
We're back. Where are we? As the kids say, where are we? We're at El Primo, 2300 Matlock Road, Mansfield, Texas. Nate, we're going to focus in on you a little bit now, Nate.
All right.
All right. Tell me how you thought you played last week, not how Coach told me. It could be the same thing, but I want your opinion. How you played.
My opinion, so last game, I feel like last game was probably one of my worst games, if you ask me.
Okay.
Yeah, but we still won.
But what made it bad?
It just like, I just wasn't locked in how I usually was, and there were some plays I could have made that I didn't make, so, you know, that things like that bother me compared to like other games, so last game there, I feel like, because we played Grapevine, I played a little like down to their level, so it wasn't really a great game for me in my opinion, but
You've played better.
yeah, I played better.
You've played better. Okay. You know the good thing is for a coach, when his best player's not playing well and we still win,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, so when did you start playing football?
I started playing football when I was 6, flag football, and for his little league team around the DFW, and been playing since then.
And when you first started playing, what was the position that you played?
So on flag, I started at running back, but when I got into tackle, I actually played center.
Okay.
Like, surprisingly.
Okay, that's what.
Yes.
So you kind of bigger than the rest of the boys? Is that what got you into something? Or you didn't have no skills? Which one?
I mean, they didn't know my skill set at the time.
Okay, it was on them. I got you.
Yeah, they didn't know my skill set at the time.
Right,
so.
right. Coaches make mistakes every now and then.
Yeah.
Not many, but we make a few.
Right.
Make a
Right.
few. Okay. So if I was watching an NFL game or a college game, who would you most resemble for me?
Like a player or a team?
Player.
I would say Derwin James.
Darren James.
Yes, sir.
Got a chance to meet him.
For real?
Yes, I did.
Nice guy?
Nice guy. He was. He really was. Yeah, got a chance to meet him. Florida State, right?
Florida State, yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Florida State. That's when I met him when he was at Florida State.
Yeah.
Before he started making money.
Yeah.
I was in this, friend of mine and I had a suit business where we made custom suits and with all the good stuff on the inside.
Yeah.
So we got the contract for Florida State.
Yeah.
And so I had a chance to meet him. We made his first suit.
Oh.
Yeah, he was our first guy.
That's cool.
Yeah, Darren James. Yes, he was. Just nice as he could be. All right, so between last year and now, you're a senior?
Yes, sir.
So this was it.
Yeah.
Right, this is it.
That was my last home game last week.
Yeah, I mean, it starts sinking in, right? It. What did you do to make Coach a better coach this year between last year and now?
Just help them motivate our players and help them second year, right? Second year head coach. So just help him also carry the load and be the leader that he needs me to be. So yeah, things like that.
Okay, did you do some extra work? Did you get a trainer? Did you get an individual trainer to help you with your training, like help you with your agility,
Oh, yeah.
speed or anything like that? You did all that kind of stuff?
Yes, sir. That's what I be doing during the summer. Working on my craft. Yeah, things like that.
Okay. If you could play NFL, if you were a defensive back in the NFL, who would you be besides James?
Ooh, besides James.
That's your guy?
That's my guy.
That's your guy.
Yeah, that's my guy. But I would say Brian Branch.
Okay.
I like him
Okay.
for the Lions.
So when I look at guys that played a sport and they looked up to a professional player, when you get there on that same level, then maybe it's paid back to you. Somebody's looking up to you.
Yeah.
So do you carry yourself well away from the football field since you know this might be the case?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I tell young guys all the time?
What you tell them?
You interviewing every time you're in public.
Yes, sir.
You never know what you're interviewing for, but you interview, right? Mm-hmm. It could be an AD, it could be a college scout, it could be a professional scout, and you never know what they might see. So you have to carry yourself in such a way that people can respect you.
Yes, sir.
All right, Coach. Coach, give me some details about this week's game, Coach.
Well, like I said, we're on the road at the Colony. 7 o'clock kick. It's going to be a great one. We're looking forward to, again, like I said, controlling our own destiny. Putting our own stamp on this road that we've been, because it's been a road. We haven't had a bye week. We're gonna get our bye at the end of the season right here. We've had a lot of injuries, a lot of ups and downs. I think what we're gonna see is it's galvanized our program, and it's gonna put us in the right path that we need to go moving into the playoffs.
Moving to the playoffs. You heard what he said. We're here, just so you know. As long as Mansfield ISD has a football team playing in the playoffs, we're here on Monday night. Celebrate them. All right, so come out and join us. Coach, has been great.
Absolutely.
Nate, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Best of luck to you in Utah.
Thank you.
You come back here to Texas, do your job, do what you got to do, and we'll be cheering for you.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
All right, and we'll be back.
El Primo started 10 years ago, and it started with a concept of a small-knit community, and we wanted to be able to provide a spot where our friends and our family could come and socialize, commemorate, celebrate.
Community at El Primo's means absolutely everything. If we look back on 2020 during the COVID year, El Primo's was here to feed the local community. We were able to give back to our community a little bit. So they're the reason that we're here, and so that's really, kind of the base of it. You can find El Primo's online at elprimos.net. You can also find us on social media, on Facebook at El Primo's Mansfield, and then on Instagram at El Primo's Mansfield.
Why the name El Primos? Well, Primo played on two words as being best, being first, being number one, and then also being cousins or being family. When people ask, where do the locals go? It's El Primo.
We're back. All right, this is phase 3 now. I got my boy up here, Coach Thor from Lake Ridge High School. Coach, it's good to see you, man, as always. Just like anything, best laid plans run awry. I had a format. They told me other coaches had to go in this way. So I didn't flip this sheet 4 or 5 times. I don't even know what I might be reading. Then I'm just getting off the plane from
we're Lake
Florida.
Ridge. It's Lake Ridge. Just go to Lake Ridge.
Just go to Lake Ridge,
yeah,
Coach?
good.
Just go to Lake Ridge, I'm good.
You're good.
Okay. So last week we played Crowley, right?
Played Weatherford.
Oh, we played Weatherford last week.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Jeff played Crowley.
I am sorry. See, that I told you I had a mistake. Yeah, we played Weatherford last week. Lost, was it 34-28?
34-28, double overtime. Yeah,
oh, that
tough.
was a double overtime guy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Coach, tell us about it.
Well, we're down at halftime, and our kids came back in the second half, played hard. I mean, they competed really hard. I was really proud of the effort of our kids, and we had a couple opportunities in the fourth quarter to put some points on, and ended the game in regulation at 21-21 and went to the first overtime, and both teams scored. And then got to the second overtime, and we missed a 4th and 6 on the second overtime, and they ran a trick play on their first possession of the second overtime and beat it 34-28. But our kids competed, and they played hard. Really, really proud of what they did. We just had a couple things we had to go our way, a couple missed opportunities, but overall, the effort was fantastic. I thought they did a good job.
I don't think we ever have to worry about your kids competing.
They compete hard.
Yeah, they're going to play hard,
We got good
regardless
kids.
of the situation.
Good kids, yeah. Play hard.
It's always good to have those types.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Can't get too many of those.
Yeah.
So what's the game plan going into this week, Coach? What was the game plan going into last week?
Yeah, we had to establish they played some different coverages on defense, and so we had to establish the run and take our passing game in different areas, hit and miss. We missed some opportunities there, but I thought we ran the ball really, really well. Defensively, we had to stop. They ran the quarterback well, did a good job, hit some wham plays on us, but overall, for the most part, we stopped what they were doing and fit well in the run. And special teams I thought played really, really well, and so we missed a couple kicks. Our kids did a good job overall, and I'm just proud of their effort. I thought they played really hard.
So what would you say the one thing you were most pleased with? The effort? Or?
I think the effort. Yeah, I think the kids play. Yeah, they left it on the field, and the hard part about a loss like that is when you put so much into it, it hurts, and and we told them that in life those things are gonna happen, and you got to learn to move your quit line. A lot of people quit early. We talk about moving your quit line, and when you feel like quitting, you just got to keep going. And you move that quit line farther and farther, so when stuff happens in life outside of football,
and it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. You know how to fight through it,
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Okay, so no surprises from Weatherford. They pretty much was what you thought they were going to be?
Yeah, good team. Good football team. Played well. Played well.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, when we come back, I want you to bring your guest up so we can meet him and learn a little bit about him.
Awesome.
Be right back. Passion is a powerful feeling of enthusiasm. The different things going on in sports. Anything popping in the DFW. Comes on every Monday night, 7 p.m.
Let me hear you say 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello, I'm Mike,
Hello, I'm Lynn.
and this is Hello Mansfield.
Welcome back. 2300 Matlock Road, El Primo's, where the locals go, and the Mansfield High School football coaches. All right, so Coach, you took us through last week. Tell us what we got. And like I said, it's always tough when my Mansfield ISD schools play each other. So I got to interview one coach, I got to turn around and interview another coach, and I feel close to all you guys. Tell me a little bit about Legacy. I know he told us about you. You tell us your perspective of him.
Yeah, the kids play really hard. Defensively they're solid. They play hard. They run the football well. They're good fundamentally, very sound in what they do. Offensively, they run the football really, really well, and then throw the ball when they need to. Special teams are just solid. They're a really well-coached football team. And Coach Hume and I coached again. He talked about coaching at Mansfield High after I left. But we also competed when we were at Lake Ridge against Waco Midway when he was down there. So we've competed a lot throughout the years. And we're good friends, and he does a really good job over there. So it's going to be a good football game.
Yes. When is that football game again, Coach?
It'll be Friday night. Friday night, 7 o'clock at Newsom.
At Newsom.
At Newsom. We're the home team.
You're the home team.
We are.
You are the home team. Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, Coach. Here, 2-7 overall, 2-3 in district play.
That's what they are.
That's what they are, right? Uh-huh. That's what they are. Yeah. Y'all let go out the window this week?
Yeah, it's a rivalry that goes back to I was telling our kids today, all the way back to when we opened in 2012. It's been a really good rivalry. It's kind of east side, west side.
Right,
and,
right.
And it's been a really good rivalry, so you got to go play. And our kids will be ready to play. I think they're ready to go. And, Saturday morning we came in after the last game. I said, y'all want to keep it? They said, Coach, we're ready to go. So they're ready to play.
Coach, tell us a little bit about him before we take a break and come back and talk specifically to him.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about this young man.
Got Noel Butler. Noel's an inside receiver for us, but he also
Things happen.
Yeah. Good competitor, works really hard, has a lot of fun to coach. You know, high character as well. Our coaches just love Noel, and he's a leader on our football team, and he just plays. Doesn't have to talk because his play just does it for him. And you know, he does a really good job. So high character and fun to coach, and relaxed and pressure players. So Noel's a good player for us. Yeah.
Tell us what position you play.
Inside receiver.
Inside receiver. What that mean? I don't pretend I know nothing. That's a slot
receiver.
guy.
Yes, sir. I'm inside from the outside receiver.
People got to worry about you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can catch it and run it and
Yes,
do
sir.
all those special
Sometimes I
things.
go back to the backfield, take the hand down.
And you're a junior, so you're gonna do this again in high school.
Yes, sir.
At least one more year.
Yes, sir.
You're not going pro before then. Okay. All right, just making sure, because I want you to know who brought you up on the stage first. You might be on a lot of more stages after this, but remember who brought you up first.
Yes, sir.
All right, and Coach did that as well. Okay, so where I want to go with this now. How do you think you played last week?
Last week I had a solid game, I think. I felt as when I had the ball in my hands, I gave us yards to keep going down the field. I had some solid blocks for our team to move and score and create plays and move down the field and develop more opportunities.
Because there are a lot of ways you can help your team, but
Yes,
not just scoring.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you got to make room for people.
Yes, sir.
All that kind of thing. They got to make room for you too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, they do. So is offense the only side of the ball you play on, or you do special teams
Just
too?
offense and special teams.
What you do in special teams?
Kick return.
Kick. Oh, you that dangerous guy. What's your number?
10.
10.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I got to get out there and see you, man.
Gotcha.
See, I might not be able to keep up with you though. You be going like that. Okay. All right. Well, let's get excited. Well, when we come back, we're gonna focus completely on Mr. Butler here. All right. In 1 minute. And we're back. About to close this show out here, but we can't do it before we talk without talking to Mr. Butler here. Mr. Butler, when did you start playing football, man?
I started playing football at 6 years old.
Oh, you already knew.
Yes, sir.
Okay, at 6. What position did you play?
I started at DN.
You was a defensive lineman?
Yes, sir.
And you gravitated to a slot receiver.
Yeah, I went to DN to running back, and now I'm a slot receiver.
What did you like about being a DN? Hitting people?
Yes, sir. I just got in the backfield real fast.
Oh, you always been quick.
Yes, sir.
And so then you took that quickness to the offensive side and saw where it was dangerous over there for folks. Now they got to try to catch up with you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I love it. Man, you got a wonderful smile. Don't lose that smile, man. It's going to get you a whole lot of things. All right. So, let's see how I want to word this one. If I was watching college or professional football game on TV, who would be on that college team or that professional team that would most resemble how you play?
I'd say in college, Jimmy Horn Jr. for Colorado.
Okay.
I'd say NFL, Debo Samuel for sure.
You was on TV last night.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right then. Man, all right, Debo. That's a heck of a player.
Yes, sir.
That's a heck of a player. And the kid from Colorado is too as well. Who's your favorite player?
Right now, I would say Jimmy Horn Jr. and Debo Samuel.
Oh, those same two?
Yes, sir.
Same two guys. You like going to school?
Yes, sir. It's cool. It gives me. I like school.
You want to play on the next level?
Yes, sir.
You do?
Yes, sir.
Anybody in mind? In schools in mind?
Right now, I'm just whatever comes right now.
Okay.
I'm on a couple visits to Texas Tech and SMU. I really like Texas Tech right now.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm just from Texas Tech. I had a basketball player Played for me. We played at Texas Tech. He loved it up there. You ever heard of a guy named Byron Hanspar?
That's a
Ooh, it's an old name, but
good player.
Was he good, coach?
Good player.
Yeah, he played at DeSoto High School, but he went to Texas Tech and he ended up leaving. Well, when he left Tech, he was drafted by the Atlanta Falcons. He had an injury. I got a chance to meet him because my wife and his wife are church friends. They went to church together, grew up in the same church.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, Byron. If you could ever go back and pull up some Byron Hanspar highlights, he might remind me. He might remind you of you.
Yes, sir.
Because he could dance with that thing. Okay. All right. So, what did you do between last year's football season and this year's football season to make you a better player, to make Coach a better coach?
I would say after the spring game, I came to Coach Thor and I didn't really have a good spring game. And
Was that your opinion or his opinion?
That was my opinion.
Okay.
His opinion. And I went up to Coach Thor and he was like, keep working. We know you're a good player and everything. I had to talk with my dad and I worked out every day during the summer. Came in, we had our first practice and I just felt different and I felt like I evolved as a player and as a person, helping with my team create plays and just working and keep working. And also motivating my own team and helping out the coaches.
Think you become somewhat of a leader this year?
Yes, sir.
And you're just a junior.
Yes, sir.
You won't do this again next year?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, man, best of luck to you
Yes, sir.
and your football career.
Yes, sir.
And I got an eye on you.
Yes, sir.
All right. And I guess that's your mom out here?
Yeah.
Wave at mom, man. You're on TV. All right. And when we come back, we're going to tell you about who's going to be on the show next week and close this thing out for this week. We'll be right back. And we're back. There's always somebody behind the scenes that push buttons and make things happen. And I got up here the athletic director of Mansfield, executive athletic director of Mansfield ISD. So Jared Womack, how you doing, sir?
Yes, sir, Coach. Good to see you as always. Thank you.
All right, Coach. Could you just tell us who's going to be on the show next week?
Yeah, we're going to be bringing in. We'll bring in Coach DeSanto. He'll be back to wrap up his big win.
Right.
That's going to happen on Friday.
Yes, sir.
And then we'll be talking about his open week, right? Going into the playoffs, and then we'll bring in Coach George, and hopefully he'll be talking about that big upset on North Crowley and moving into his last game of the year. So excited about having those two guys. But Coach Bacon, thank you for doing this. It's been a pleasure to have you hosting so far this year. You've done a great job exchanging with our coaches and our athletes that we bring in, and I think this has gone great. So thank you for what you've done.
Appreciate you. And we'll be back next week. Same place, same time, 6:30. 6:30 to around 7:15, 7:30. All right, we'll be back next week with the Mansfield ISD.